Promise came about when I travelled to Sierra Leone in June 2008. I'd been to a few other African countries and had seen some of the things that big charities can do to help the poorest countries in the world progress or develop. But I also had my own ideas. And when I went, I met Eddie Boston Mama, who's currently the director of Planting Promise in Sierra Leone. And together we set about trying to do something that was worthwhile and that would have a lasting impact on the future of Sierra Leone.
Fortunately for me, I will say that I have my own dream. My dream is that I like to do something for my country and not my country doing something for me. I decided to join an organization called idealist.com, where I place all my proposals, my interest, and looking for partners who will join me to work in Sierra Leone, especially to help the poor children or those children whose parents, died in the past civil war. I was fortunate to get a mail from Woko, who said he saw my proposal and he would like to work with me.
The first stage then was starting a summer school, because there's a chronic under-provision of education. That meant we got a site together, we got teachers, tables, chairs, blackboards, the most basic elements to support this summer school. And I so clearly remember going to bed the night before we were due to open registration, hoping that at least sort of 50 or 60 kids turned up, because if 50 didn't, then the effort that we'd gone to finding these teachers wouldn't quite have been worth it. And then arriving there the next day, there was this long line of kids snaking around the corner of the street, and I almost thought, what are they doing here? And over the next 3 days, we registered something like 450 kids, which was great and so inspiring and really made us recognise the need for the education in the community. So when the summer school came to an end in September, we couldn't just let it lie, we couldn't let that rest as a drop in the ocean, and we decided to maintain the school as a permanent, government-registered, independent primary school, providing free education to children desperately in need of it.
What I'm excited about is the model, because I see no reason why it can't be repeated everywhere, because it ties, people's basic desire to have a job and to raise some money for themselves with addressing a social need.
So the businesses are farming rice, cassava, and then we've also got the internet cafe in Freetown. We've got food processing units, which process the food that we produce as well as processing food that we purchase. And we've got an adult education institute which makes a few pounds here and there. All this money generated from all these projects comes into a central pot, and that central pot meets our regular needs, and our regular needs are the wages of the teachers and the wages of the staff and other costs like travel, food, expenses. And the next problem then was funding it. The idea was that we don't just make it another Western dependency, because you don't help people by making them dependent on you. So what we did was try to use the enormous opportunities that exist in Sierra Leone for profitability, for making more of their country's resources to service their own development needs. The agricultural process starts with Eddie and I going into a village where we've either got a lead, or we've talked to someone, or found some way to contact the hierarchy in the village, if it's in just a simple owner or if it's a village chief. So we go in and we say, this is what we can offer you. If you farm for us, we'll give you between 10 and 22% of the profits. We'll also really try and deliver our standard of quality. They then grow the land with a crop, be it rice or cassava. Then come harvest time, we're still paying the labour, we're getting all the crop in, and then we sell it. Selling it is what generates the revenue for us. Some of that revenue goes directly back to the village as revenue. Some of it, most of it comes to us, used to fund our costs, our wages, our teachers. Sire is the coordinator, which basically means head teacher of the school in Freetown. I think there's such a great partnership to have Eddie and Sire, because as committed as Sire is to the school, is Eddie to the farms. Eddie is so into making the businesses work, making the businesses turn over a profit which can support everything that Sire is doing so well in the schools. She's meticulous about record keeping and discipline, not only of the kids but of the teachers as well.
I am the manageress for Planting Promise International Primary School. The total roll of the school is 260. We have from age 3 to age 14. Age 14 is due to some of them never went to school. So we started with them here, summer school when Roko came, and then we started with them fresh from class 1. We have 6 teachers, and I, the manageress, is 7.
3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 4, 12.
My name is Mrs. Kadiatu Karim. I am the acting head teacher of Planting Promise International Primary School, and I am a teacher also. Well, some of the challenges here, they are not too much, you know. I'm just trying to work hard to see that the school go to a higher level, and most of the children who are not coming to school, we are trying our best to draw them to come to school.
That is the wish of every parent here. When we hint them that we are, by next year we'll be having our secondary school, they say, wow, you people are doing a great work here, because getting another school from one primary school to the other secondary school, especially from one, you know, it's not easy. But when the primary school has its own secondary school, it makes it easy. And as we have bring them up from class 1 to class 6 after they have sit the public exams, you know, we have groomed them. We make sure we go on with them to university level, and then we'll be proud to say these are our products from class 1 to university.
Because all what we are doing now is to make sure that these children will be our future leaders. And I want to assure the committee of Planting Promise that we must get not only a president from Planting Promise here, we also get a first lady.
It's not like here where, you know, it's a right. Education is not a right, it's a privilege, and it's a privilege they're so keen and so grateful for.
There is a massive resource in Sierra Leone. That's a common misconception, is, you know, there's nothing to do in developing countries. It couldn't be less true. So you pour the money into investing in farming, you give people jobs, they sell it, we spend profits on making a school, and the whole thing is a self-sustaining cycle of continuous improvement and progress. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I want to thank Planting Promise out there. I want to thank them very much, because they are responsible for us. Our salary come on time, so we appreciate of them. Thanks them for whatever thing they are doing to us.
Well, the message I have for them, I just want to thank God for their lives. The one that we don't know them, but they know us, and we want to thank them and their family. God will guide and protect them, and what they have done for us, I pray that God will give them tenfolds of what they have done for us.
I was very impressed with Rocco when I met him. I was even more impressed when I saw the work he'd done on the ground. When I went to Sierra Leone with him, had a look at the schools, had a close look at the farms, really watched his relationship with Eddie, with Sire, with the staff, and in particular with the tribal chiefs in the villages. I was amazed by how much progress he's made with Planting Promise in terms of the relationships he's built and the foundations of trust which he has built upon. It's really impressive. I'm absolutely sure some of it comes from his army training. I'm even more sure it's just down to his rare combination of personal qualities of humility, strength, tenacity, courage. Wonderful, and we're very lucky to have him as our chief executive.
Planting Promise needs next, of course, the skills to complement the experience that we already have, but most particularly we need funds. We need funds to invest in our projects, invest in our model, because every pound invested will contribute to the sustainability of the project and allow it to balloon, allow it to get larger, sustaining itself still. Not only do we want to educate as many children as possible in Sierra Leone, we want to ensure that every child receives the best possible education at our hands. So every pound will go into that, but it will also go into a model which supports itself and uses the opportunities in the country to meet its needs.
We will not fail them. I believe the people also will not fail them. We wish they will come in and then do more, so that we also will be able to be proud that we have done something.